welcome back to my channel. Just a really quick intro. Annoyingly, my first intro got deleted, so this is basically just a quick intro to say I hope you like this video. I filmed a smoky burgundy eye with some of my new e.l.f. products. So yeah, I hope you like this video. As ever, please like, comment, subscribe and share. I'll appreciate it on another level. And let me know what videos you really want to see, or lipstick brands you want me to feature, or just any new products that you have your eye on and you're wondering if I have used it before. Leave me a comment down below, please. And hope you like this video again. See you in my next one. I'm getting irritated. Ugh. Have a lovely week, guys. Bye. I've already primed my face here. I use the Gosh Primer Oil, which I believe I might be allergic to, and the Benefit Professional, just to sort out these large pores on my face. I went in with an illuminator and really worked that in almost like a lotion, just to give my skin some glow from within look. I color corrected just around my mouth, a little bit on my cheek and under my eyes, but yeah, that kind of got rubbed off later, but I'll tell you more now. So since this is talking about new e.l.f. products, I was sent this brush set as a replacement with some few other items for the Jackie JGlow Palette, because the e.l.f. Company didn't have enough stock, so they couldn't send me my order. But yeah, no comment on that. I'll just be reviewing the products pretty much. So the brush set was fantastic. I loved pretty much all the brushes in there, apart from the wing liner brush. Yeah, I didn't get along with that brush. If I remember correctly, the brushes actually don't have names, so I use this brush. It's probably a powder brush because it's a similar shape to their powder brush, but I use it as a foundation brush, and I just blended my foundation with it, which I really loved. It wasn't streaky, but I always go in with the beauty blender anyway, just to make it look more skin-like and not have too much of a heavy, thick coverage. I primed my eye, and then I set it with a neutral brown shade, similar to my skin tone, so that it doesn't alter the later color. I went in with a warm brown shade. I'm sorry if these clips are out of focus. I'm just trying to get to grips with my new filming setup. But I just blended out that transition shade and blended it into my neutral shade using this e.l.f. palette. This is the one they sent me as a replacement for the JGlow palette. I'll explain more about that down below. I'll just write what happened. And I went in with a deep brown shade right in my crease. It was a nice shade, pretty pigmented, blended nicely. This burgundy red shade though, yeah, we had problems. We don't get along, no. I patted, I swiped, I did everything to try and get this shade to just stick to my eye. In hindsight, I probably would have used like my soft ochre paint pot just to get the color to pop a bit more, but what can you do? There was a lot of fallout as well, which I just wasn't happy with. I went in with a black shade and carved out my crease a little bit more and blended that in, just to deepen up my crease. It's not really a cut crease, but just to deepen my crease. Make sure you blend, like blending is key, just have to say that again. I used a lot of Fix Plus this time round and packed on that shade again, which definitely helped. As you can see, it's like wet and glistening, so when it dried there was a lot of pigmentation. And then I went in with my transition shade and just blended those two together. Make sure everything meshes and blends together. They sent me this gel liner as well as part of the replacement package or whatever. This liner was okay. It was just okay. In my opinion, it wasn't very dark. It could have been darker, a bit more pigmented. I felt like I had to use a lot of products to then see a decent result. It tugged a bit. I mean, it's no comparison to my Inglot 77, but I'm comparing it to like my L'Oreal one. And I prefer my L'Oreal gel liner. I tightlined my upper lash line, and then I put some mascara on. Just a few key steps that even like if you miss out, it can just mess up your look. It elevates your look if you just remember to do those few like little key steps, like tightlining and a little bit of mascara just to mesh your lashes. I had to wipe away all that excess eyeshadow powder that had fallen. It was a mess. It irritated me because it doesn't happen that often. But it is a drugstore palette. I can't really expect too much different. Lovely lashes from Lovable Lashes. I love them. You know I do. Code down below, all that jazz. And I had to deepen up my winged liner because I felt like it was turning a bit grey. It wasn't deep and black. And then I had to clean it up because the winged liner brush I used was a bit thick. I didn't get a crisp line. Just a little tip, if your wing liner isn't sharp, you can always go in with a cream concealer and just clean it up and you'll be on your way. I'm cream contouring. So many creams. I use a reddish toned contour. A lot of people use more like a grayish one, but just with the colors in my face, I feel like this works best for me. And this is Suede Mocha. This is my go-to. You've probably seen it in like all my videos. I love it. And I'm using a new combination of concealer, the Urban Decay and the NYX together. They're the perfect consistency for me. I haven't really touched my LA Girl in a while now. Like, I love this mix together. And you can get NYX in Boots and Selfridges and feel unique online if you're from the UK and you're wondering. Always use my beauty blender to blend out my concealer. It just shears it out and it prevents creasing for me. Did you know that the different colors of beauty blenders actually mean different things? Like, apparently the black one is meant for like heavier products than the pink one. Anyway, I found out the other day and it was quite interesting. Why am I like this? But yeah, blend it in, blend it all in. Anyway, you've got concealer, blend it. And I go in with any excess product on my beauty blender and just go underneath where I've contoured rather than, you know, putting fresh product there. I went in with the same foundation brush and blended those lines together. I want that fluidity. I love that skin-like look. Little tip to stop creasing, I blend with my beauty blender under my eye and then I go straight in with MAC Studio Fix in a color similar to my concealer. And this prevents creasing and it also stops my bake from looking too bright. I don't know if you've ever put like your baking powder on and then it just looks really ashy and you're struggling to blend it away. And yeah, I learned this from Makeup Shayla and it really helps. Just set your concealer with a skin tone shade or a shade similar to your skin or your where you've highlighted, so that shade, and then bake. It works. It's elevated my baking game, trust. And I went in with this little Duo Eyebrow brush. I think it's from it's just like an eBay set actually, and I just blended that away with a light hand. Check eBay for brushes. I'm just saying, you can get like a 13 set for about £6. Yeah, just don't go and buy all these expensive brushes all the time. And then I went under my eye with one of these eBay brushes again, just a little one, and I went in with brown script and quite loosely put that, and then I went closer to my lash line and I put the dark brown shade from the palette. I'm contouring, but again using a warmer toned powder, and this is the Shea Moisture illuminating powder, which I love. Like, if you're from the UK, get someone in the US to send it to you, swear down, you need this. I contoured my nose, but I don't really contour it that much. I just go along the bridge of my nose and I define it a little bit, but I don't bring it in or anything crazy like that. I'm using this bronzer from e.l.f. in Turks and Caicos. It isn't as warm toned as I'm used to. It's not as red as I'm used to. So this wasn't sent to me as a replacement. I bought this and the blush with my own coins. It was different for me. I actually liked it. I would buy it again. It won't work for my deep skin girls though, which kind of annoys me, and they haven't got anything darker. But this blush palette though, yes. Everybody needs to buy this blush palette. Go and buy it. e.l.f. actually have a UK website. It does ship from the US, but it takes about 10 to 12 days to come to the UK, and they don't charge you for shippings, and you don't get customs as far as I'm aware, if I can speak. I brush my brow hair so they don't droop throughout the day, and then I went in with Bay of Life, which I haven't used in so long, which is my Laura Geller Gilded Honey. It is Bay. I hit my cheekbones, I hit my Cupid's bow, I hit my nose, I hit my temples, I hit my chin, I hit everything. And then I went in with my Duo Fiber brush, which is the Sigma F50. Quite like that for blending, and I just blended everything together so that there isn't a harsh distinction between my blush, my highlight, and my contour. I went in my tear duct and under my brow bone with my highlight, so you get that bam from every angle that hits the light. And then I blended my transition shade with that highlight so that it is a nice smooth transition again. For my lips, I decided to do a nude gloss. This gloss is so pigmented that it legit could be a liquid lipstick if it dried matte, but it's not, it's a gloss. And I love it, it's from Coloured Rain. You can get Coloured Rain from Beauty Bay if you're in the UK. I like to go around the edges of any lip gloss that's nude, just to deepen it up, make it nice. And this is the finished look. Sprayed my Fix Plus and I glow, baby. I glow, you see that glow? Anyway, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Hope you like it and have a good week. Bye.